Thank you for joining my workshop today and welcome to my channel. My name is Brandon from Brandensimages, and today I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to shoot a cinematic short just by filming yourself. And don't even worry if you don't have a mirrorless camera. It doesn't matter. You can go ahead and grab your iPhone, DSLR, crop sensor camera, whatever you have that you can record with, go grab it. I'm going to explain to you the angles that I use and show you exactly where I place the camera. And like I said, this is a workshop, so you can use all the shots that I use and make your own cinematic short the way you want to do it. But before I run the video, smash the like button and subscribe. It'll greatly grow the channel so I can make more workshops like this for you. Now let's get to it. Alright, so as you can see for the close-up I had for my hand on the mouse here, I have the camera here. It's at a lower angle and we have it pointing right here at the mouse at an angle. What I'm trying to do is get a little bit of foreground, but it has like my chin area or over the shoulder, and then you have the close-up, a tight close-up of the mouse and my hand. What I'm using here is another 85mm lens, so I can get a nice tight shot right over here, get some detail. If you have a wider lens, you can get in closer. We'll have to discuss more about focal lengths and when to use the proper focal length. And for this type of situation where I'm trying to get some detail or a nice tight close-up, I would want to use something like an 85mm lens to capture this shot. But when you see where the camera placement is, shooting down at my hand, where the mouse is, this is how you would get this nice close-up shot. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how I got that head and shoulder shot. What I did was I placed the camera right here on the GorillaPod, and the focal length I used was 35mm. So I just went ahead and put that there, acted like I was playing on the computer, and that's pretty much how I accomplished that shot there. Alright guys, so how I got the shot of the close-up of my hands on the loop deck, I had the camera placed over here a little bit higher, going over the shoulder quite a bit. Again, using an 85mm lens, so I can get a nice close-up of my hands on the loop deck here. So you can have it close. If you're using something maybe like a 100mm lens, 85, you can even maybe place the camera back a little bit further. But you want to have that over the shoulder pointing down, and that's how I was able to capture that shot. So for this shot, I placed the camera here to get a side profile of my face here. It's not flat on, it's kind of at an angle, so I can have this area in the background. I'm using the 85mm lens to try to get more of a tighter shot, where kind of focusing on my eyes and that I'm looking at the computer screen here. So this is how I was able to achieve this shot. Just had the tripod up a little bit, pointing down at an angle just a bit, with an 85mm lens to keep the shot tight. Alright, so the close-up I got of the coffee mug is I put the tripod right over here. It's a little bit higher, angled down, put the 85mm lens on there again for a tight shot. And all I did was just bring my hand in, pull out the coffee mug, So that shot will cut evenly with the next shot where it shows me bringing the coffee mug to myself and about to take a sip. So that's how I was able to accomplish that shot. All right, so now I'm about to show you how I got that top-down shot of me holding the mug. I know this looks crazy, this guy up here on the tripod. I actually was just trying to have fun with it. I wanted to see how high up these tripod legs could go up, which it's pretty high as you can see. But you can easily have gotten this shot if you had a C-stand with like a boom arm. You could have just rigged your camera up to the boom arm and have them pointing down to show inside the cup. But you know, like I said, having fun with the tripod. So okay, this should be better to see now. All right, so I had the mug right here, just holding it up like this, and I looked up so my head wasn't blocking the shot. I have the camera right here angled down using the 35mm lens, and that's how I was able to get the shot of the mug, showing that there's no tea in the mug. All right, so the shot I got of me leaving the room, what I did was I put the camera right over here. This one, I actually utilized a 24mm lens, so it was more of a wider lens to get this shot. And I angled it this way towards the computer screen to use this computer screen as foreground, and had a little piece of me, you could see me in the background leaving the room. After I got the shot though, it did look like I was a little bit too squished on the side over there. You couldn't really completely see me come out of my chair and walk over there. So I should have tilted it just a little bit more to give myself a little bit more space. But unfortunately I had it really tight because I really liked the shot of the computer screen foreground there. So that's how I was able to accomplish that shot. All right, so now I'm about to show you how I got the shot of the close-up of me leaving the room. All it is just a tight close-up shot of my hand grabbing onto the handle, opening it up and leaving. So we got our camera right over here. Again, with the 85mm lens, get a nice close-up shot of the handle, of not of your body or anything. Only thing you're gonna do is bring your hand in, pull the handle out, leave the room. That's it. All right, so now for the shot that I got of the burner, the close-up shot I used is right over here. So I just moved the camera over here just a little bit of ways, and I want to make sure that I'm lined up as a close-up of the burner. So you want a very tight shot. You just want to get a nice tight shot of the burner itself, not too much of the pot. If you do, maybe just a top layer if you want to do that, however creatively you want to do it. But the way I got it is got as close as I could on the fire. So when the fire ignited, I was only getting the shot of the flames. Yeah, again, I used the 85mm lens to capture that shot. If you're using the zoom lens, you can zoom in, or you can bring your camera in very close to try to get that shot. I prefer using, you know, an 85mm lens so I can get something really nice and tight inside there. All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you how to do the shot of the close-up of the mug. It's a fairly simple shot. All you have to do is line up your camera, get it pretty close if you can, or what you can even do is use a longer lens. When I shot this, I was using the 85mm lens, and you just want to make sure you get as tight as possible with the mug so you're not anywhere in frame but your hand. And this is how I got the shot. So I just came in, took it, and pulled it out. And then of course when you saw me when I had the tea bag, basically just dip the tea bag in there, let it go. Same thing what I did with, I had the pot of boiling water. I reached in, pulled it out, and poured the boiling water into the mug. So as you can see where the camera is, you know, with your setup, you don't have to be too far as long as you got a nice tight shot of the mug. All right, so now it's time to show you guys the fun shot that I did with the cabinet. Open it up. Where we have the camera right here. So You know, came in, opened it up, it revealed me. For this one, I used a wider lens. I used a 24mm Sigma lens on my camera to get this shot here. So I could have more of a, you know, wider space so you can see my face, a little bit of the background there. So yeah, that's all it was. Just do the camera in there, use something to prop it up so it kind of aligns, you know, with a good composition of myself. And that was pretty much it.